Elbows Up Dirt Production, Andy Freeze, episode 40.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Tommy Cordell.
Woo! Woo!
You know it. Well, dude, I'm gonna alert the people. We're going on air! Tune in! This is a hell of a show! No! Yes.
It was 28, not 29.
Cal, that was a significant, we apologize for that language. I'm teasing. We love all of you. Seriously, we do. Whew. This is 40, right?
Yeah.
Episode 40.
40. Okay. Well, that's monumental on its own, isn't it? That's one more than 39 and one less than 41. Huh? Did that go right? The twister. Trying to divert everybody's mind here, Kay, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're just had a technical breakdown in production. You know? Now the FCC's going to be up my ass. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just teasing you, Kay. It's all good, people. Seriously. I tell you, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought that we'd be here sitting, right? What's the date today?
The 21st.
21st September. Right here in the middle of the fall festivus, right? And this is episode 40. Wow, we've been through all the seasons, haven't we, Fred?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you, buddy. We haven't done an outside episode yet. I think we ought to do one like...
We never did.
No. Mm-mm. We ought to do one like blindside, like hunting. We'll be in the old Ameristep four-seater. You know what I'm saying? Be like, we're here. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Why not? Why not? Some of you have been mentioning about... Fred, you never seem to let me down on that.
Well, I got three things going on here at once, trying to do one thing, and none of it's working.
We need to do a check in one, check two. This is what you do. You know what I mean? You read the book on how to get by. Watch right here. Acting, voodoo acting. That's what it's called. Right there. All the good stuff right there. You know what I mean? We're having a technical check one. We got it clear? Okay. Yeah. That's how you got to play it. Hell no, that ain't how we play. We just had a minor mess up. We're back. We're good. We've had rain coming through here before. You remember that, Fred? How I sat there in the fisherman's friend's coat. You know what I mean? The rain just running down. But anyways, we got the roof fixed since then. We're trying. Now, I know it's not sprint car country, right? But we always got to look at something because they make fun of us, and we got to make fun of them a little bit. Just a little. I like watching sprint car racing, but who gives a shit? It's funny, right? But no, the Donnie Kreitz deal in the 69K, you know, Lance obviously was the helm of that. And we talked about their top driver peoples that were in the interview list there. You know, remember one was Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know what I mean? I think another one was, who was another one? Hunter Biden, right? He was actual potential driver for the 69K. And now it's like we thought Wagner obviously was going to be the wheelman, right? And that's spread out to Pittman, okay? Pittman. And then Wagner's rides with Zemko's gone. And then we introduced Justin Henderson into it. So we got three people, you know what I mean, sharing a car. That's crazy. They're smart, actually, because I bet you Governor Shapiro is going to be the next driver. You know what I'm saying? They're going to for tax breaks and stuff like that. It's mind-boggling how this is all working. You know, I couldn't imagine having three different people running one car. You know, that's two. Yeah, I've seen that. You've seen that. But 3 and 4, I mean, it ain't like a ride at the carnival. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody got to get some consistency here. But I don't know. Who knows? They're sprint car people. They know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. Whatever. Do what you want, right? Now, sponsors. Fred, what's on the board? Bring me the board, Fred. Yeah, there we go, baby. Okay, Cordell Enterprises, right? Racing to Reunite. Remember, people, I haven't said much about Racing to Reunite, and it's alive and well. And it's a time of the year where kids are going to be out trick-or-treating, fall festival things. Okay? Please look out for your kids. Okay? There's nuts out there. Okay? Know where your kids are the best you can. That's very important. Hammer down customs. And then Farners, Racing Collectibles, and Summit Signs. And T.A. Ward. Got to get old T.A. Ward in there. I guarantee that guy's, he's like his own brand. He's like, back in the day, Michael Jordan. Nike. Okay, Fred. Poor Fred gets a rotator cuff tear every time I make him hold that sign. Fred, who signed in tonight? Tell me, Fred, tell me.
Well, I don't have anybody signed in yet.
Oh, jeez. Okay. No, see, I see them on my end. They're slow. Oh, yeah, there's a delay. There's a delay. Because the thing's like a bunch of people's on there. You know what I mean? I'm looking. Hello? They're looking at me. Now, moving on. Race results. Let's talk about race results. Because then we got to get to the grand finale. The guestess with the mostest of the hostess, the whatever hostess. I don't know. But he's in the house. He's looking at me right now. He wants on. You know what I mean? I know he does. And I want him here. But let's do the results. Oh, man. Hagerstown. Crates, Hardy. Limited late models, Lee, right? Lee drops the LLM motor in it, the old 358, and puts the BAM down, I guess, lays it down. The generally, right? He lays it down generally stuff. Then we go to Sealy's Grove, Rain, but then they went back there Sunday and Brett Marks won. Yeah, whatever. Path Valley, we had Beard in the Thunder cars, Kevin Bard. And, the Thunder cars, them guys are freaking, that race was pretty good. You know what I mean? They move around there. Now, Strictly stocks, they get strictly nuts. You know what I'm saying? They're fun to watch, though. They are fun. Wilbur, right? You know it. Is that a plane? Is that a bird? No. It's Superman, Steve Wilbur. Okay? He won, right? In the Wingless Sportsman's. Winchester, Feathers, yeah, he won in the limiteds. That was good racing. Stoller, we'll talk about that here later. Saturday, Franklin wins when they come back, okay, in the Gunner's Honey car. And then Lincoln, Freddie wins like 14,000 races in a row or something. I don't know. But he won. I do know that. Good for him, he won, right? And then, what am I missing here? See, we were talking about this not being able to see thing. The glasses are really in the distant future. That was pretty funny. Come on, laugh. Jesus, you guys lighten up a little bit. Come on, this is Fall Festivus. Damn it, I want Fall Festivus. Jeez, okay, back at it. Honorable mentions. Fred, what do you got for honorable mentions for this past week?
Well, we have Jake Piper.
Okay, Jacob Piper. Let's talk about Jacob Piper a minute. Jacob Piper, to me, has transitioned extremely well in the super late models. Okay? We know it's a different race, car-ish kind of thing. Very much so. But he's done okay. And he's the Pied Piper, right? And he ran beside Stoller, okay, in the Stoller throwback, 44. There's Gary Stoller. How many Winchester 200s he won? Like, a lot. But anyways, he knows his way around there. But kudos to Piper, to Stoller. They raced door to door. We were there. That was good racing, man. That kind of brought, I was like, okay, this is okay. Seeing that 44 out there like that, but Stoller, when he wore his ass down, that Stoller, he wore his ass down on the bottom. He did. But Piper, what an amazing, there's nothing out of him to be upset about, I mean, that was bigger than life. Running beside Gary like that for like 15 laps, door to door. But Stoller never moved off that bottom. He wore him down. But, it was awesome. So, Jake Piper, who's next?
You have Sean Jones.
Sean Jones. They went and got rid of the kryptonite, right? Okay, somebody bought that for Superman. No, that was another one, right? That was funny. But no, Longhorn, right? Okay, Longhorn's the word up in the Jones plant. And he's a big change. I got to be honest. The last couple, he ain't with races, but he's moving up decent. Yeah, he's holding. He is. Who's next, Fred?
You have Andrew Yoder.
Yoder in the big Larry Bear special. Hey. You know what I mean? It's Larry's way. When Larry's in the car, Larry, he's got it going on now. Oh, yeah. He's a money. I make money. Larry is why they write rap songs about making money moves. Because Larry makes money moves. I mean, he does. And if he has to do something physically, they do it. You know, him and Shawnee do it. But no, Andrew Yoder had a seat to fill there, obviously, and he seems to be coming around. You know what I mean? He shows strength. Larry's stuff didn't jump, people. That's the bottom line. Larry's got good stuff. You know, and I think that Yoder grows with that. That could be a pretty tough force. Up north here, the Sealy's Grove, Path Valley even, you know, that could be tough right there. Yoder's not a slouch, you know, not at all. Who else we have?
And you have Gary Stuhler.
Yeah, Stuhler, like I said, throwing it down. He was. That was good. Stuhler, I was like, man, Stuhler's here, you know. I mean, he laid her down. He did. And then, let me see here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Piper finished third at Winchester, but went to Baps and ran second. Okay? In a tough field. A real tough field. And Piper picks up and just goes to race. I'll go here. He ain't afraid to move around. And they tore the first two down. Okay? They tore them. And the winner of that race was, of all people, we haven't heard from much at all. Merkel comes out of the wood. Merkel comes out of the wood, out of the shoe cobbler plant, you know what I mean, and pounds it down. That's a big, I mean, that probably lifts some guys up 1,000,000 miles, man. And then they tear them down, you know. But I don't know if it was going to be a planned tear down, but they chose not to. I don't blame them, either one. They lost their spots, you know. But you look at the finances of it, tearing it down, and what it's, you know, your labor, your time, because that's what it is. Quite personally, I think probably Gauss needed to do some of his Mickey Mouse shit again, honestly. He likes to get Mickey Mouse shit on us all the time. He does. With the balloons in the air and like everybody's watching and shit. You know, like you're wasting a good night at Dirt Track PA in Pennsylvania. You know, let's get it together, Kevin. But now, Kevin, I like Kevin. People are probably like, yeah, right. I don't care. Because we have haters too. We do. We got our very first person from announcing at Path Valley and doing the pre-race show and carrying on like a nut, okay, and screaming and yelling, and people are loving it, man. But I was awesome. She was like, I'm not a big fan of that guy. I wish to go away. It was on Facebook. I was like, yes, I love you. You know, I want to make a t-shirt of it. You know what I mean? You got to have a hater. Like, that's awesome. You know, because she's paying attention. You know what I mean? We'll convert her. We will. We will heal that woman. We will take away that sin. And we will bring her to us. That's awesome, though. And then I had a stalker, too. That's a whole other conversation. Yeah, we'll take that one off the air. See, I had the FBI's been involved. Now, it was a little weird, but it's taken care of. But it's awesome, though. I think it's pretty great. It keeps you on the move. Fred, who signed in?
Okay, we have Todd Ward.
T.A. Ward, baby.
And Todd says that he liked what we did up at Path Valley and stepping up the game.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We go full steam, man. I'm serious. We give 110.
John Piper, Dave Sock.
Piper Socks. He is an awesome. Socks is always on
And
here.
your mom and dad.
My mom and dad. Okay, and there's a lot of people blowing the airwaves up on the front side. I think it's just the diabolical
Oh,
connection.
can't forget Steve Yeager.
The Jaeger bomb, you gotta get, I like old Stevie. You know, you gotta give old Jaeger bomb a, hey boy, I guarantee you, he's okay, man. They're pure people. They're real as it gets. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know? God bless them. Wow, okay. Shit. We got a new series coming up in October, okay? We're calling it The Anatomy of a Race Team. So, October 5th, 12th, and 26th. We're going to blow it out. We're going to pop it off. But we're going to be in the big shop, okay? Because we've got the room for them. The race car's not in there. We're going to be in the big shop. And the team's going to bring their 4, 5, 6 people. Down from the guy who works on the tires, to the guy who gets everybody. Everybody. We're going to hear how she all works. You know what I mean? People like want to hear that stuff. You know what I mean? People like hearing that. So I'm excited. The bone breaks, the Lears, okay? We're just mixing them up here a little bit. You know, if you want to be on, please let me know. You know, it'd be cool, you know. We were going to even have, like, get the walls here. Like, I have whole St. Thomas right here. And they'd be like, oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, I bet you nobody's a good loser at Monopoly and them at Christmas time. Can you imagine that? You baby, you son of a bitch. Play that, oh yeah. But good people too. Gotta love, they're good people too. I like them, love them, you know. Anyways, they've always been good to me. Next Tuesday, Mike on Mike. And I know I always, it's actually On Track with Mike. I don't know, I think it used to be called Mike on Mike. I'm sorry, I know that sounds kind of like Pornhub-ish. You know what I mean? But we'll say On Track with Mike. I'm back on there again. I love going on there. I've been on like 3 or 4 times, right? And yeah, I love going on there. Yeah, that's next Tuesday, 6 o'clock, because we need to talk about a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on. I'm telling you, there is. You got to keep the hype up in the racing world. You ain't going to have it. It's the bottom line. You know what I mean? You got to roll with us. Deion Sanders. Need I say more? Prime time. Deion is laying it down on another level. Okay? Bottom line. I love it. I urge you people to go pull up like the 60 Minutes little thing that they did, interview with him. He says it. I'm telling you, you're going to be with him. You will be with him like that. You will. Just watch it. I'm telling you. It's bigger than football. It's not, football's just what they're doing. It's a real life message. And it really makes you think. Prime time, baby. It's awesome. He's like prime. Like when I say wearing cowboy hats and stuff, you know what I mean? I love it. I love it. Now, in memory and care, RIP, rest in peace, Ron O'Donnell. Okay? Yeah. That's a shame. Gosh, wow. You know, God, sometimes you wonder why, you know. But he knew, and he's in God's hands. And we know that that's where Ron wanted to be. Josh Mon, he used to be a race team. He's always on our race team. He can come around. But he used to be a car chief. He's having some heart-related issues. And then we have Mark Dale in the area. He's a longtime fireman. He was another motorcycle wreck. He's really not doing good, you know, but he's going to get better. But then we had the whole deal. We heard about Shea Judy he got a hemorrhoidectomy. And we were like, Shea, that's pretty sensitive, getting the hemorrhoids out, you know. But they sent us a video of visuals. Play the audio, please. Shay, listen, my man. You know what I mean? Call me. You know what I mean? Call me. Like that. These guys, I get more stuff like this. Yeah, and somebody the other day sent me something about having a micro penis. You know what I mean? It came in the mail here. I didn't share that and show you guys that. I totally forgot. It was like a thing that said if you suffer from micro penises, right, that you're supposed to fill this out, and there's all this medication, and I mean the whole 9 yards, you know. And I just thought it was odd. There was no return address on it. That was what was classic too. You know what I mean? I don't know who's sending this. You know what I'm saying? But no, seriously, I did get that. Yeah, and you couldn't tell from the outside of the envelope. Somebody put that in there as a ha-ha. You know, I really didn't find it funny, but it was funny. I got to give them that. So, okay, moving on. Yeah, Tuesday, dirt tracking, On Track with Mike. That's Mike Kirshner, Mike McDonald. It's a great show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Now, Spring Run is, Spring Run's alive and well. It just took another elevation, okay? Up in the hills it is. Because Path Valley continues to do Path Valley things, okay? And by definition, my peoples, I'm going to call it, Path Valley things are usually good. You know what I mean? They're more than usually good. They're progressive. They go for simplistic, but yet it pays big dividends for everybody. You know what I mean? There's a lot to be said for that. But I mean, the World Outlaws, late models, come on, bring it on, Ruben. He'll be there in the booth. I want to sit with Ruben. Huh? I don't know if he'll be down with some of the yeehaw and all that shit, the beeping, you know, that's good stuff though. You know, it's right from the heart. It's from the heart. But no, the pre-race zone brought to you by Elbows Up. Their productions, right? That was a great hit. The people love it. Do you realize how many, you made a lot of people's days, talking to them pre-race. Everybody likes that. Come on. And that's the guy or girl that's maybe not, busting out wins every night and, in the back there fighting and clawing, you know what I mean? Put them up, man. You don't want them to get bored. You want them to, share the wealth, right? If they're getting it done, bring them up. You know what I mean? I like it. I do. I like it a lot. So pre-race zones every week. It's like 45 minutes before the drivers. It's like 4:45 to like 5:30. Yeah, and we bring the people up, okay? And some of you seen the commercials, like Tony Hampton did these commercials for us that are pretty bad ass. The ones we've been playing, like, it's like Transformers and shit. And I'm like, how's he do that? You know what I mean? But no, that he's bringing that our way. He's like, hey, try this, man. I want to try this. Great addition. Great addition. Wow, that was a whole mouthful, man. I'm tired. Whew. Now, we're getting to the good stuff now. Oh, yeah. But Fred, talk to me.
We have Earl Rowland signed in.
Big Earl.
Yep, Earl and Hunter and Holly Smith.
Okay. There's the young man, right? Yeah, getting her done in the quarter midget right down the street. The guy probably can hear us out his kitchen window right now. Well, that's awesome. So, let's move on. Now, we're going to talk about our guest, right? And I've been looking forward to this one. I'm telling you, shit you not, okay? Because I'm going to bring reality right to the table tonight, okay? Now, here we go. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Let's pop it off, right? Spring run, we said, just got elevated, right? But this guy, he's always elevated. He's on the hammer, you know what I mean? And I love it. He's been around a while. They ain't no newcomer. His picture list can go deep. You have to collect pictures going back into the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? Because he's been around a while. And in all different mix. And he's got the job done. He still gets the job done. And, he's known he's like a cowboy. Okay? He is the Jim Kennedy of fendered cars. Right? Cowboy Jim Kennedy. Oh, yeah. So, I think that's cool. And the car's always sharp. It always blends well with the generational theme going on. People like it. It's a good looking car. You know what I mean? And he freestyles, obviously. We looked that up in the dictionary, and it said, go to him. Right? And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. But he's always willing to help anybody. He's fun. Okay? He's fun, and he would help anybody. I truly believe that. So, I tell you what, I can keep on squawking for hours, but I'm not. So, let's welcome Freestyle Andy Freeze. That's what I'm talking about. I brought you in some Uncle Ted. I know you like old Ted.
Music.
Yeah, thank you there, Andy. Freestyle, baby. Freestyle, number one. Coming at you, baby. Public Enemy, number one. I love it. That is a lot of people.
It is. I just wonder where they're going to put all these people at Path Valley when the Outlaws show up.
Well, there's a little land development there going into place, okay, of extension of a bottom lot, and I think that's going to go out a good ways. I mean, they got the material there, obviously.
Yeah.
You dig all day in the back.
Equipment.
There's 953 sitting up there. You know what I mean?
Go have fun.
Have at it. You know what I mean? Which one do we participate and go up and help? Oh, hell yeah. So it's just, one side trucking. Boop, boop, boop. Somebody pushing on, extending that out. But I tell you, it's pretty exciting. It really is. And I tell you, I wouldn't be more surprised if I was sitting here with you if I walked up with my head sewn to the carpet. This is a long time coming, isn't it? It is.
It's been a while.
It is.
You've been trying to get me here.
I have. And I've stayed consistent. And it's all about when it fits up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Busy people, when it fits up. And I tell you, what the Ted Nugent thing there, I know you like Ted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guarantee you. That's an easy one. Man, it's fall. Deer.
I know.
You know what I mean? Starts to just kind of different. Yeah.
It's getting cold in Washington. A lot of them coming down along that creek.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they'll be moving down there. I guarantee you. So, wow, we're super excited here. So, Freestyle, what's been going on? You're up in Mercersburg, right?
Yeah, we're just up Mercersburg. Just losing a lot of ambition as far as racing. I think some of that's just like Lear said. He said, "I need a win."
Yeah.
But it's been one of them years, and just
Sure.
probably soon end it. Didn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I think it becomes a time when the cup runs over, and you're like, hey, let's just and then revamp a little bit as far as just clearing your mind.
Oh,
I think there's a huge thing in that, and I think, in my opinion, that the guys that run the series, the Outlaws, the Lucas, it amazes me how what happened yesterday or even the heat race before is so past. They're so on to the future. What's going on? Like, to let go, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we get in the heat race, something gets smashed around a little bit, pull a nice one there a little bit, blah, 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 and you're like, yeah! You know what I mean? And that's old business. Like, and the same with the racing, like, not having, like, good weeks. And they just put it back. Because you know as well as I do, like you said, you start to get kind of down. You do.
Oh,
you
yeah.
do. Well, I tell you, you brought a very special lady here tonight. You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's my crew chief.
I tell you, I see you guys at the races, and you're all just, it's a family affair, right?
Right,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good. Path, up the old Path Valley, spring run. You seem to like it there.
She's from. She loves that.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know she was a spring runnian.
Yeah.
Okay? I've read about the spring run people. Right. They're enlightening. Okay? I like it. I like it a lot. Okay? Well, I never knew that. Wow. Did you ever go jogging, or like, instead of turning right and going down 75 south, did you ever just go straight across and go for a jog across the mountain?
No, I don't.
That'd be crazy. We were on that the other day for the first time. Well, not in a while. I mean, I've been on it, but I said, let's go that way. Home one night, you know what I mean? I haven't been that way in a while. Man, I tell you, does anybody tow out the trailer?
Not that I know.
Oh, yeah. You better be a bad mother effer, if you're going to hitch up on that and, like, tow that every day. Man, wow. But it's funny because how many trailers, and we said it the other week, we really noticed at the time going home, do you pass going this way?
Yeah.
Or ain't that something? Like, that route to me is probably more than I've ever seen. Even their little Route 35 thing from Sealings Grove to Port. Like, that was they played that out for years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, that's 75. Guys traveled to Port, Path Valley, and back and forth. That thing's brand new.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even going to Winchester. I mean, the guys coming up there, going to Hagerstown, Winchester. So
Yeah, there's movement for sure.
Definitely a main road for racing.
Hey, I wanted to ask you earlier, what do you think about these damn spotted lanternflies? Do they concern you?
I have more fun killing them. I found if you walk up and just slowly put your foot down, you can smash them. Other than
Right.
that, if you go outside, you feel like you're a little kid out there jumping around because they're jumping off.
They are. They're fast, aren't
But
they?
if you go slow, you can just crush them.
Wow. I tell you, it almost sounds like a hobby stock feature up in Hidden Valley at one time. You go slow, you can just crush them.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. Yeah. I read a thing that said that the Pennsylvania State University now says, after a massive research, that there is no significant evidence that proves to be strong enough that the spotted lanternfly is invasive to our trees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hurting them and stuff. And they are pretty little things, though. You know what, that red on them like that? But you know what I don't like about them is they land on you. And it pisses you off because it's hot out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Today,
yeah.
they fly right, worse than stink bugs. Them things fly right, and they're pretty heavy because they got some size to them. But we sealed a driveway today, and we're proud to tell you that the old jet coat sealer, it sealed about 10 of them right in. Like they landed, they come in, they're like, and then they're in the tar.
I never thought about
No, they were in the tar. They were in it. Little legs were. And I was like, what do you do? So I just give him the old. That's the way he had to end it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know. So the 82. It's taking a little break, right?
we'll be at Path Valley if it don't rain Saturday.
That's what I thought.
We're going to run Path Valley, probably finish out the year, maybe go to Potomac, and that's probably going to be it.
Yeah, because when's that small car?
That's October.
Okay.
I think it's what, 5th or 6th?
It is. I think it is. I
Around
see.
there.
Yep. I seen that today.
6th, 7th, but
Well, I'm curious to see who's going tomorrow night. Who's going to roll the dice tomorrow night with limited? You ain't going down? You ain't going Friday there
what,
to Winchester?
tomorrow night?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know he was running. I hadn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Winchester has not inspired me all. The last couple times I've been down there,
Right.
And with the cost of everything, it's just getting hard.
It is. It is. No, I agree. And you know, a bigger thing to that, Andy, and I tell you, because we're getting, freestyle. I will never do that again. We're getting older, and I got to be honest, that running down the road, people are getting killed on this freaking interstate. It's,
rock.
can you imagine, like 30 years ago, you never thought that would be. But like to younger people today, they don't know any different. You know what I mean? But yeah, 81 was always busy, but it just wasn't like it is nowadays.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, you are in a fight for your life, literally. You survive, I think, when you drive. You don't travel on it; you survive it.
Almost like being on the Beltway anymore.
Right? Exactly. I know. Right. So I love when you come in up there. I do. I lose my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to be honest. Because you get it done. You know what I mean? You get it done and you give it to the edge. There's no question about it. You're not afraid to step up on the rim and ride the rim around that thing, you know? And that's badass. And it's always a good show. Path Valley brings out the best in them, I think, this time of year. When the guys start to kind of like dwindle in and maybe don't come as much.
Yeah.
You know, Spike Moore was going to be coming, you know? And I
Yeah.
think he's kind of uncertain because he's having a motor blowout deal this year, having trouble.
Well, I think he's got one back together now. I actually heard it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I talked to him the other day. And
Well, maybe he's going to be there.
I didn't ask him where he was going,
But here's how Winchester tomorrow night, they had their 2-day show. Well, I think it's a bet. If I was a betting man, I'd say Saturday's going. I'm 100% sure there ain't no race Saturday. There's a hurricane. What is it? Hurricane Ebenezer or something.
Yeah.
But it's wreaking that we're getting it. We didn't get her that other one, but this one here,
This one
we're
we're
paying. Because remember how beautiful it was the other week, last weekend? It was beautiful
Yeah.
for that whole week. But anyways, their show then was condensed to one night. So you qualified tomorrow night. You qualified. Then you ran. Only one feature got ran. I think Hobby Sox or something. Or no, Legends. They were going to run their full thing, and then everybody else come back Saturday and finish. Okay. And I'm not a huge fan of 2-day shows on local levels. I'm really not. The more you look at the economic and where we're at, struggling with this whole racing thing. Come on, guys. I'm serious. You're making me be a 2-time-a-week racer. I'm gonna pay $35 to get in again. I'm gonna haul people. It's tough. It is tough. I'm gonna bowl under tires. You know, we get regular shows in any other time, and I was hoping that they would make it all regular show tomorrow night, one night.
One night.
Yeah, and I thought, well, what's it any different than having a regular show anyway? They're just the only difference is we're calling it the Nationals. You know what I mean? But they did drop off the pure stocks, and of course they're hot under the collar. They're popped off. You know what I mean? They're pissed.
Yeah.
Because they had and the crates too. They took them off the cart.
Get 'em off.
Yeah. So the Legends is going to be given. You know what I mean? I mean, only a fool would not, from an owner's standpoint, would let 2,000 of them come. And they're a club, you know, and they pay their own purse out. So it's free. It's free and clear backgate money. So, but no, they run because I'm curious to see, given the fact that like everybody else, Saturday's going to be because Path Valley was going to be good Saturday. It sucks. Mother Nature, I'm pissed off. I am.
I wish we got to run the other week. We was up.
I know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told them guys that thing has the old. You know, written all over, buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. But no, Fred, what do we got signed in?
Okay, you got Colt Ebersole.
Hey, Colt.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, buddy. Good to hear from you.
Keith Wall says hello.
There's
Bruce Kane says BKR, they're watching freestyle.
Bruce Kane, baby.
Bruce.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bruce Kane. I like that guy.
I like
do.
Bruce. He
I-
helps me out.
Yeah,
He's a good
I
person.
seen that. He's
a
all
good
he's all about helping. That's what he ought to be
Yeah.
called. All about helping.
All
Right?
about helping.
All about
Yeah.
helping. I like the guy. He's okay.
And Betty Lee and Victoria Rose says hi, Andy.
Well, hey, there you go. And Betty Lee, right?
Yeah.
Got Betty Lee in the house Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you think about this freestyle? Was you like, man, I'm traveling down here to unknown lands of Rouseville?
First time I ever been to your place.
Right, I know.
Man, you got a nice little hair here.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, the chickens, the snakes in the back.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, it's a good country song in the making. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you there is. I love it. Hey, you watch much football? College a little bit?
No.
I don't watch much of it either, but I like to listen and hear who won, the politics of it. Like, how do you follow Penn State? I think I like it because it means it's fall.
Football starts.
Yeah, deer seed. You know what I mean? All that stuff's coming around, After summer, when you're an outside work, blue-collar worker, you're beaten. I mean, think about it. You're worn down, man. It's been hot, And
Hot days, especially there on that black dog.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you, Fred, his head was like sizzled the other day. Like he had like things like coming out, like big. I was worried about it. I was. Kale, you were worried about him too. You know what I mean? What do you think of this Path Valley thing? These people, they've been arms wide open, just like the song. They've done the hey Tommy, and you can do this and do that and like announce. You know what I mean? Like I'm like totally like.
Well, they don't have nobody up there.
The Tony does it some.
I think you fit in good. You're the new generation of Frank Saggy.
Freestyle. My heart skipped a beat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I tell you, to go up there and John's a straight shooter. He gets a little crazy. We all get a little crazy. How would you like to keep track of that mess? I don't mean it as a mess, but seriously, think about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's a lot, man. And I noticed it more since I've been up and around. It's amazing what I've learned.
There's a lot you got to keep on top of.
There's a lot going on.
Show.
Yeah, there is. There is. But it was funny, because like the first time I announced, I did the ultimate, right? And then I come back, I announced again, and I've always wanted to announce. I've said this for years. You know what I mean? And I probably do it in here like this when I'm my dumbass self. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
pushing your old matchbox.
I've been there. I still am. You know what I mean? That's why I like the diecast. I got to be honest. I have a fetish. The diecast. Yeah, exactly. The 124s. Anyways, you're getting me all crossed up here, freestyle. The people like it though. They like when they get me crossed up. But no, you did get me crossed up. So where was I?
I was talking about dress crossing or something.
Cross-dressing? I tell you, you're in the Bible Belt of Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, when freestyle references cross-dressing. I love it. Kia, what was I going with this? Announcing, right? Yeah. So, announcing, right? And it's like, the intermission comes, and I thought, you announce the cars and, the messages that people come up with, the sponsors, you get the people going a little, and I'm still nervous with the mic a little bit, and I'm like, it's my first time, but no, and it's like, I'm like, how far can you go with things? Can you develop yourself, you develop your own way, and I think that's what we're seeing as a team, because these guys they participate in the whole event as well.
When you're there,
yeah. And the victory lanes. I mean, we're riding the victory lane car. We beat the people. You know what I mean? Like, we're into it. But they've been very nice and really cool with doing stuff.
Yeah.
But the intermission come that night, and I walked up and there's this girl, this young, she's in high school, like, when did we come back? Because my mom was going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and I was thirsty, because I tell you, that's the other thing. Ooh, boy, you think she can wear you down on the throat. My big mouth was like...
But a little dry.
Yeah, she said, and it's what she said. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, no, when do we have to be back? Okay? Like, I don't want to be late, and I don't want John, like, karate. Giving me one. Yeah, I mean, she's like, it's on you. When do you want to start? And I was like, okay. I was like, wow, this guy that does that job, whoever that may be, me, her, him, what, there's like, they keep the show kind of going. You know what I mean? And they're quick up there. They've been lightning. All them guys up there, they're pretty like boom, boom, boom. Even the tow truck service, the tow mater, it's out there. Tow mater's there.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Winchester.
it. Keep show rolling.
Yeah. God forbid. I mean, I hate to say it. You'll 79 Ford to Winchester. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? You're a little time to kill till she gets back down to the end of the track. But it gets there. It gets there. So I tell you, what for motors are you running, Andy? A lot of you build your own?
Well, me, Charlie Lay, Hershey. I got some Tommy Burns technology in this one now. Charlie Lay with LAC Performance.
Yeah.
We assembled our own motors.
Okay.
And it's running pretty good.
Why I ask that is because that seems to be like the motors are really getting like super like specific, like with people like they're like believers like Mullins. We see a ton of Clements. You know,
I'd love to have the Mullins. I can't afford them.
Me
Lear
neither.
says they're great.
Yeah, that's
He
the
just
thing.
got his back.
Who was that?
Lear.
Yeah, right. Jimmy Jesper says he died for it, literally, in the modifieds. And even to the top, Troutman. That's what he runs. You know? But there are a lot.
What he's got them
Bruce runs, Bruce Kane. Bruce Kane stuff's tight. When Bruce Kane shit comes to the racetrack, it's like gold plated. There's platinum. He's platinum. His shit is platinum. You know what I mean? And people can make a race car go. And that's awesome, dude. You know, and he gets in there. I got to race with him once at Hagerstown. And it was so funny because he got out of the car. It was a real heavy, like hot, water solid. We both got out down there, and he's like, "Whew, man, I'm like wiped out." And I'm like, "I know, me too." I'm here trying to get my breath. It'll wear you down.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get wore down up at Path Valley?
At the beginning of the year, I do. Once we get running, I'm
Yeah.
pretty good. I mean, I raced Path Valley with my steering brake. Blow the hose. Most of the time, I could drive up there with 1 foot on the brake with the brakes. You just
I tell you.
hold the wheel still.
Yeah, it's just like driving around this garage. You know, it's like you never could. You know, I told them I thought at certain points of my time that you were going fast. Is when the car, you know, it's always bent the whole way around up there.
Well,
You don't get much straightaway there. You know that it seems like she's bent.
if you do, it's going normally it's where I'm touching it coming off too.
Yeah, because you pulled the old purple ear or side up beside me there last year. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my god! You know, I was like, oh, it's him! You know, it's like, hey, you know, you're gonna get it working. Like he's gonna be clean, but he's gonna race you. There is no question about that. Oh hell no! I could be like, hey, don't do this. I need this money for a kidney or something. You'd be like, I'm gonna race you. You know? But that's what I like about freestyle. And when it doesn't work where he's running that on the track, he goes to another alternate and tries to make it work. See, that's a race car
I
driver.
like the track, but I prefer the outside if it's there. So.
Well, I guarantee you do freestyle. Fred, who's signed in the old?
Okay, well, we have Alan Grace
Okay,
and Ed Nygaard.
Ed Nygaard. He's a heavy follower. He is. Ed's always on here. He supports us. He does. He's always on here. So, man, you did pick up one this year?
No, I didn't think that wins up there.
When was the last one, Andy? I could have sworn you. It wasn't that long ago.
Been last year.
End of year? It had to have been the end of the year.
It was end of year, middle of the year. No, it was just last year.
Where at?
You got me thinking too fast.
I'm telling you,
Man,
it's not as far away as what you think.
Half hour.
Okay.
I was gonna
That's
have
right,
to
it
win.
was. Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, but I think it was this close to this time of year.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I say this year, because it was just so close. But no, seriously, I remember you grabbed one up there, you know, and you went and run some of these bigger races, like steel block stuff, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you saying when they had the big one down the road. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
There's a phone call coming in. This could be my mother. I don't know. But
Elbows up, your production. Hey, Devin, how you doing?
oh, we got a special visitor.
We'll get you over here to Mr. Kale.
This is like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but I never want to say because he got kids. You know, but he was cool.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, you're live.
Okay, let me hear this straight again. We got Devin Hart on the phone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's awesome. Devin, you know what? I'm super excited. I was excited all day you were calling in. Seriously. I look forward to talking, hearing about some things. And one of the things I look forward to hearing about was it was more than just winning the race. And I'm just going to get right to it. But that race you won at Port Royal, Butch Renninger, buddy, that was that was bigger than life for you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh, man, I got to say all that again. Like, I'm messing up. Now, what I was saying, Devin, you got me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, barely.
Okay. Is volume, stand by. Volume up the whole way. Okay. I guess put it, maybe bring it to me a little bit, and then you'll just have to get it. Yeah. Okay. How about now, Devin?
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay. SEAL Team 6 copy. We got a copy.
There you go.
I was saying that one of the things that I was just getting right to is I've been excited to ask you about was a special victory at Port Royal, very recent, and I knew it was a win, but it was a win that was bigger than life for you. And that Butch Renninger Memorial, I knew that was something special for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Alright. Yeah, I heard the part about the Butch Renninger Memorial. Yeah, that was a special one. That's probably the biggest one that I'll ever get. I mean, there's big races out there that I'd like to win and stuff, but that one was probably the top of the list.
Yeah, I know that had a special meaning for you, and your year seems to be like, honestly, from the outside. If I was from the outside looking at, which I am, right?
Yeah.
Looking in, it seems to be pretty darn good this year. Hagerstown's been well to you.
He's been
Yeah,
fast.
we had a really good year down there. And like I said, I told everybody the plan wasn't really, I had no plans of being in Hagerstown every week this year. It's just the way it worked out. And whenever we realized the position we were in, I decided to go for it, and it paid off.
No, I guarantee it did. I mean, you're always fast. There's no question about that. And I mean, it seems like I always you're coming down this way more, but you always like assimilated them with the North.
Yeah.
They like kind of had the rubber stamp. They owned Port Royal and Sealings Grove, and they put on some horrendous battles with one another. And this guy, I remember him winning a couple times here. Obviously at Hagerstown, and he seems to have I guess you guys seem so well blended. I guess when I pass you guys as in the pits and all. It looks like there's a lot of good focus and a lot of good brain activity going on there.
Yeah. I got a really good crew, and these guys, they work just as hard as I do. Especially, a lot of times with my work, I can't be around as much through the week as they can, and they all give it 100% and make sure everything's ready for us for the weekend. And they work hard all year long, and it definitely is a huge help to me, and it all pays off.
Exactly, and this may be a dumb question. Please don't laugh, Freestyle. But anyways, now, is it your cousin? Do you guys share a shop?
Yeah. Yep. Me and Trent, actually, we share the same race shop. It actually used to be my pap's old, he had a garage and a towing business there, and then he passed away in 2004, and Trent and I cleaned it up, and that's our race shop now. He works at one side, and I work at the other.
Wow, that's pretty special. How many people could say they have that opportunity? You know what I mean? To do that. Yeah, that's great. And as far as next year, what are we thinking?
Right now, I honestly don't know 100%. I know what I want to do, and I want to move up. It's something I've always wanted to do, run on the highest level of late models, and I definitely want to do that. And I'm going to try everything I can this winter, and hopefully get things lined up that we can do it. I want to make sure we're 100% ready and 100% prepared. I don't want to go into it half-assed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, it's too much precious time, money, and a lot of things on the line at that point. You know what I mean? And to be competitive, you know what it's like to be a winner, obviously. And I think you're ready to obviously, you're going to have some teeth cutting, but you also want to be most prepared to go into that battle, Yeah.
Yep. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. The limited late model division definitely is not easy around here. I mean, even as many, there's super guys that come down and run these bigger limited races. That makes it twice as tough.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just like Hagerstown this week, Kyle Lee was down there. And
Yeah.
Kyle's good everywhere. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know, there's definitely no shame in running limiteds. Just running supers is something I've always wanted to do, and I want to do it soon.
Yeah, sure. Now, you keep a pretty busy schedule. From what I understand, you're a volunteer fireman.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's right in your community there, correct?
What's that?
You're a volunteer fireman in your community there?
Yep. Actually, I'm the captain with Friendship Fire Company in Port Royal. And
Okay.
my tire guy is actually the lieutenant.
Wow.
And my guy that helps me with all my shocks and stuff is an assistant chief. And then my cousin Trent, he's actually a driver for our fire company up here. So we got a lot of there's a
Wow.
lot of people back and forth between the fire company and the race shop up here.
Man, I tell you what, yeah, that's pretty wild. You guys ought to start your own fire department, you know what I mean? And like you got all the elements in place. You really do. That's awesome, man. And that, you know what I'm saying? To be able to do, just imagine, I barely got time to do, you know, this and these guys.
I had to be volunteer
Yeah,
fire
that's
to
what
do
I'm
that
saying.
And do the race.
Yeah,
car.
I mean,
Man.
that's a lot, man. And we commend you for that very
Yeah,
much.
it is. I mean, between the racing and working and then the fire company stuff, as much as I can do it,
Yeah.
it keeps me plenty busy.
Oh.
My wife will even tell you that.
Well, I can guarantee you, your time. And that's why we really appreciate you giving us a call tonight, bud. And you and I had talked there a little bit there earlier in the week about increasing some purse there for the weekend. And I talked to you a little bit again last night. And I tell you, the weather's kind of put the kiboshes, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like I said, if at this point, I mean, I know Sealand's Curve already canceled for the weekend. I'd say everybody's gonna. And
Yep.
we got 2 races left this year at Port. We'll
Yeah.
see if there's any other bigger ones that come up. I'm actually going away for the weekend next weekend with my wife and her family, so that'll be a nice little getaway. And
Yeah, sure.
things it's starting to wind down for us, the 2 at Port, and we're just going to wait and see if there's anything bigger that comes up.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I tell you, it's a nice time of the year to get away. We were just talking about that with Freestyle. Andy Freed is actually going to I believe you said it was a cheese festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, a wine and cheese festival.
Wine and
right?
cheese festival.
Yeah. See, we all have a little bit of that in us, you know. But anyways, I tell you what, Devin. Ever since I got to learn who you were and talk and be on the track with you and race as well, and you're a pretty cool guy here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gets the job. You know, he gets it done. It's going to be he's going to be up for the fight. There's no question about it.
He's been strong all
Oh
year.
yeah, I guarantee you. There's no slouch. I know the small car. I don't think went the way he wanted. You know.
No, I was
No, we
amazed
had
to
a-
see him
we had
having
a
to come up
time
through the
trial,
D main.
I messed up my first lap, and the second lap we were better. I should have just ran the 2 laps where I ran the second one. And then we ended up breaking a right rear hump bearing, and I wanted to try and run that as bad as we could. And
Yeah.
we just got behind having to start 21st, and we still made it to 5th. I mean, I was happy to pass that many cars. And
Oh yeah.
Oh, he went flying by me. He was on that bottom going.
I know. I've seen the video with that. I know he was getting something there. There was something there he was getting a hold of, man. And it was up on the wheel at that point. See, that's good. That's good old racing there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, buddy, I tell you, we appreciate you taking the time to call in, and always a pleasure. I know what I wanted to ask you. You earlier in the year you ran Sean Jones's car, correct, at Sealings Grove?
yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now they want the Longhorn, correct?
Yeah, yep. And they actually, I ran Sean's car out there, and he told me he just wanted somebody else to run it and kind of see what they feel and everything. And I did it, and they got good equipment and stuff. And we weren't bad. It was a lot of getting used to me in a car that I'd never been in, and I haven't run a ton of super stuff, so that was more getting used to it. And we didn't run bad that night. I think we ran 11th, 10th, or something like that. But we were good. And he said to me then that they were going to Longhorn and stuff, and I mean he's been really good in that car ever since. And, I keep in touch with Sean, and I raced against Sean for quite a few years back there when he still ran limiteds. He's a good guy, and I can't thank them guys enough for that opportunity either.
Yeah, no, that was cool. And that was a win-win for everybody. Those kind of situations, sometimes people jump and they're like, they want to get negative. What's going on there? You know what I mean? But really, lots of times they are meant to be win-wins. Everybody gets the benefit out of them. You know what I mean? It's a good little deal. And he's trying to build his lap time, seat time, and supers. And they're looking for stuff too.
Well, it's nice. It's nice to
Yep,
have
and then
people
I got
like
to
him jumping
I ran
over.
Dylan Stake's car in the Thoroughbred Memorial down there at Hagerstown
Yeah.
for the topless race, and I had fun doing that too. You know, I kind of wanted to run that one. 'Cause
That's
I
right,
really
you
like
did.
Hagerstown. It's one of my favorite places to race at,
Yeah.
and it just worked out. You know, we learned some stuff with his car, and
Sure.
like I said, I like running that for stuff. Them guys are good to race with. It's
Oh,
good
yeah.
to race them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you race against these guys in these upper classes, and it makes you stronger. You know what I mean? It makes you better. It can be intimidating, maybe, but I think if you're a good race car driver, you get past that point that you know it doesn't really matter a lot who's you're right. You do your thing.
You do your thing.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, like a guy like yourself and Devin, you know, you've got to that point where you get that experience. I think doing your thing becomes a little easier as the years go by. You know, you get to know what your thing is, I guess. But then there's that unknown, right, Devin?
Oh,
That unknown always comes up. Oh, yeah. You know? Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, buddy, it's always a pleasure. And maybe, I tell you, well, I know we can. We can get you some elbows up decals there, little ones there. Maybe you could throw one in the car there next year. And we're going to do some big things coming up next year as well with some races. So we look forward to seeing you and appreciate good luck the rest of the year as well. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, thank you guys, and thanks for all you do for the sport, and we'll keep in touch.
Okay, take care, buddy. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. See you.
See you. Okay, we had Devin Hart. We got our wires. Connected, right?
Finally, yeah.
Finally, right? I think you did some kind of electrical work there while I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, you jimmied
I
up.
voodooed you.
You voodooed
I was
me.
reading the book.
You were reading the book. I love it. Old Freestyle said, I'll just read the book of voodoo commercial editing. You get it on? How about it? Okay. Fred, whoo! Who we got signed in? This is a good show tonight.
Yeah, Mason Street.
Well, okay. Hey, buddy.
Mason.
Yeah. He's got a car for sale. I seen his little, Ford Banger. Yeah, I seen after. I don't know if he's building another one or, I don't know, maybe he's going to run something else too. Yeah, but I seen it was for sale, and when he ran up there, he was pretty good at Path Valley. I mean, that one night he laughed, he said he's pushed like a cement truck, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's classic. And it's so funny because if you're in the car and you're like, yeah, I was pushing, and they're like, no, you were pushing. And you're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like, you're trying to make him know. That point, but then he got her to turn, man.
And only that's when they snap.
Yeah, I know. And here's the thing. You know better than anybody. Path Valley, free. You got to be free, don't you?
Be loose.
You do. Seriously. I think sometimes when I go up there, I'm like, I am loose as loose gets. And I'm still not as loose as I need to be. You know what I mean? I'm still too tight.
You're still too
Yeah,
tight.
yeah. And I think that's what, and then from what happens is, and I share this because you probably do the same shit, you know, and things like, then you walk away from the balance. And that's what, I'm like, oh, you know, because it's all about balance, right?
No, balance. The rotation of the rear and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, everything you're doing,
Yeah.
where you're trying to create the drive at to get the car to turn.
Right. So I know you spend a lot of time finding speed on your car.
I change more than one thing a lot of times.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying it's may get me in trouble,
But you're looking
I
for
did.
something, right? Exactly.
So
Yeah, and to me, I don't think you can. That's something for everybody at races. I think other time just takes time to build that, to know and trust it. Man, if I do that, you know, that's obviously going to do this. But yeah, I think it's if you do something here, it has physics says it has a direct relationship. Something's going to do different here now. It can't be the same. Yeah, it isn't the same, mechanically or on paper.
yeah.
If this is A, and you make this B now, it's not the same. This had to change out in there.
Oh yeah, it don't matter. You change, and the bad thing is it can work one week and not the next.
That's the craziness, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many times, if you look and thought, well, I got my Path Valley deal in here. Man, she was a blister the other week. What? And then it's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like, now, come on. And it's so crazy when that happens. I don't know. I tell you, it's like voodoo.
Yeah.
Isn't it though?
You got the ball.
I do. I think there's some. I had the book on the practical manual of freestyling. Fred read it
What
and
volume?
Tad. Yeah, and Fred said he read it, and he said, stop. It just says, in italics, it says, see Andy freeze or put number 82 on whatever you want to make it fast.
Yeah.
So that's when these guys were like, I was rolling. I did try to pull away though, the car was in drive.
I seen that.
Yeah, I had to get her in gear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had to get her in gear. So, tell me about the car this year. I look at that car, and they're always sharp as hell. I like them. They stand out. I like them. They're sharp.
Mike, he ended up scrounging this car up. It's 28 special.
Yeah.
New car to me. It's
Yep.
2019, but it was brand new, never
Right.
assembled.
Yeah.
So it came blue, and
Okay.
I ended up finally getting it all put together. And,
Yeah. Right.
we've been struggling with it. I mean, I like it. It's fast, but it's been one of them years and learning curve.
Right.
But we're getting there, I do believe.
Who would ever think a guy like you would have a learning curve?
I don't know when you never stop learning.
You're right. You're exactly right. Yeah. You're right. I tell you, I couldn't imagine, like, honestly, I couldn't imagine if you had no prior, if you were in a rocket now and you were like, yep, I've only ever ran a rocket, because that's just, there's more rockets out there. It just comes easier to afford, right? Let's face it. But I'm going now to somebody has a master's boat.
Mm-hmm.
I would have you know, because there's a lot of things that are different. I don't care. Is there or isn't there? Parts are different.
Parts are different. There's going to be a little different attitude in the car.
Right.
The geometry's still the same.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to change your driving style, whether you're going to have to drive the car tighter, looser. I mean, they're messing with roll centers. They're tweaking stuff there on how they roll over and whether they stay over.
Yep.
I mean, I've ran Master Mills, Bullets cars, Rocket cars, Red Burns.
What? Can you see that? That's pretty damn cool. I mean,
Warriors.
It's quite a list.
yeah. Seriously, Warriors, C.J. Rayburn, God love him, right? Warrior cars. Warriors are still in production, right? Okay. Colby used to deal a lot with Warrior up there when he first got started. Then you said Masters built,
Master Build.
Rocket, okay, and probably Blue Grays.
Oh, yeah. I had my black.
You had your black front end, okay,
Yeah, I had black at first.
okay.
Then I went to a blue
You
gray.
know what? You know what they say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So basically, you had a whole soup of chassis.
yeah.
So you probably had one hellacious piles of, you know, when you look at suspension and geometry of them little. You need this for this, and
that car,
man, that probably just like
control arms are different.
yeah, right. Oh hell yeah. Yeah. You're right. And then Bullet, you had a Bullet. Talk to me about that.
Bullet.
Okay, where'd the Bullet come from?
That was years ago when I first got into running the late models. I mean, Bullet was the thing, and Ray Callahan. We're running down Hagerstown, Franklin.
Yeah.
Gary Stoller. He's running
Right.
Bullets.
Yep. It was the thing. Ray Callahan had the market. He had the market before Mark had the market.
Yeah.
That was where Mark got the market.
Actually started.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I had the Bullet swing arms. Then I ended up getting the last Bullet I got from Brad was Z-Link.
What did you think about them Z-Links?
Oh, I love that car.
Really? Were they free?
Yes.
Okay. It pictured it was made that way.
The thing I liked about that car, you could drive that through the ruts 2 feet deep. It'll be bouncing, but it's still going straight.
Yeah.
Where these 4-bar cars will turn
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, that's right. You'll hear them going like this. Yep.
They threw you all everywhere. Them others, the rougher the track was,
They rode the top of it.
They threw the top of them.
See, that's what I think. A lot of people will talk about Tyler Carpenter, and I tell you, when he went out to the dome, he won out to the dome, right?
Yeah.
And to his credit, whether you like him or not, you know, we heard what a lot of people say about him. But no, whatever he won, they didn't beat him. They couldn't beat him, and they bitched about the track. It was like a plow field. Well, that boy right there, that's what he's used to run on every weekend down there. And I read and did some. They're kryptonites, okay? the kryptonites don't seem to do as well in this area, but I think down there is a niche for them cars because they love that rough shit, you know?
I think the rough, and it always seems like, I don't know, I've never been there. Is it a race of track?
I didn't think it does, but it's just a damn rutted rough.
Yeah.
And them guys, they just hated it. That pissed them off out the dope.
Oh, most of
And
the
he
time,
just-
I remember you used to that's where you got your trash
Yeah.
into that rut.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You just had the time. You didn't want to get on the other side of it. It was a timing thing.
You had to be on the throttle.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Freestyling, people. This is a lesson in freestyling tonight. So you need to freestyle before you go to bed. Fred, what you got?
Well, we have John Winslet tuned in.
John Winston,
And,
baby.
he says you need to show me that on dirt.
What's that?
Boy, you got to show him on dirt.
I don't know. What do I need to show him on dirt? So show me on dirt.
He's talking about
What was we
tire
talking?
laws being up there and
Yeah.
announcing and everything.
Yeah,
else.
yeah. It's probably a typo, you know.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, he might have been saying, "Hey, you big flirt,"
Yeah.
or "Hey, you." Never mind. This can get. I love games
You can
like
go
that.
on all
It is.
night.
Oh, they're fun games. You know they are because
Yeah.
you would participate in them too. You would go on until you couldn't come up with another word. You know what I mean? Because they're funny. You know, they're funny. So wow, Fred, is there anybody else there going on?
That's it.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, going back to John. I mean,
He says the freestyle on dirt.
he is
yeah.
the freestyle.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Andy Freeze is. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when
And
first.
Sue Walls just tuned in.
Susie, right? There's Susie. Okay. Yeah, I tell you, the freestyle on dirt is a sight. I think it's one thing. It should be on all people's bucket list. Like no shit. Like at the bottom it says like, go to Grand Canyon, Eiffel Tower, Andy Freeze, freestyle, Mercersburg. Like they need to experience it. They really do. And now, Andy, I think you're thinking about Winchester now tomorrow, aren't you? No. You're just gonna just keep it where she ain't cost you nothing to feed her tomorrow night if she stays home. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Staying home, she'll probably, I might say, that place is hard down there. It's slick, it's hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum racetrack.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I spent the first 2 years down there in my little 5-year tenure compared to your like 30, 40.
Mhm.
But which is impressive in its own. But I got to tell you, it teaches one how to run with pedals
Oh, yeah.
down there. And you notice it then when you go away from there and go someplace like Path Valley. That, holy shit, this thing got slick. A lot of people ain't used to that shit when it's that slick stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh,
They
no.
just, wah! They don't realize, like, it ain't wah, you know, it's a very, wah. And I tell you, Gary Stewart, obviously, Tom Myers. Tommy Myers was a master
Yeah, he was
at that,
good at that.
on his feet, like that, on the pedals, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Momentum. Because you just can't wind her down in there, you know, because then you start doing it.
That's normally me.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're up on the top. I can see you, and they're like this, and I'm like, here's me. I'm screaming in the mic for you, freestyle. I am. I do. I probably said freestyle 400 times. And they're like, yeah, they were like freestyle. But what you got, Fred?
Sue says Kid Smooth's going to be at Winchester tomorrow night.
Kid Smooth is going to be at Winchester. I'm going to tell you something.
down there.
Here's what's going on with Kid Smooth. I'm seeing some development here. Okay, Kid Smooth had to start back a scooch the other night. Okay, now Kid Smooth's got a time to put up a shut up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, he put up. Like, I didn't have doubt that he wouldn't, but seriously, you're back here with the Haven and stuff, they ain't going to give.
No,
You know?
they don't give.
And Kale was there. He ran, buddy, up through there. I was damn good. The more he finished in the feature, I got to give it. I do. Hands down. Hands down. I think he's got to get a win soon. It's going to line up at some point here. You know what I mean?
It's been so close.
It has, and I think it's the lid lifter probably for him. But he likes Path Valley, too.
He said that.
He does, yeah. He really likes it up there, you know. And I tell you, he's been competitive as well,
Yeah.
you know. He really rocked them on that Ultimate show up, the ULMS show.
Yeah.
You know, because he won the B main, I believe. Yeah, and he owned it. He didn't slouch it. But anyways, it's smooth.
Yeah.
But they changed it on the spoiler.
What do you put on that?
Okay, it says parental guidance is all part of this. G-spot.
G-spot.
Yeah, I guess I
I
think it's a new thing with the lingo with the kids. It means not. It means something. Yes, G-spot.
don't know. I'm going to have to get the dictionary later.
We will get the old Webster's. The Webster's dictionary. Well, I tell you, freestyle. We got to get you a decal too. Oh, look what I did! Like I like to do this, because my picture of my race car. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really that good. And guys like you've been around, you've done a lot, man. I mean, you've done things I dream about doing. So I signed one for you because I want to give you one too.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
See that? You know what I mean? Like
You can
that.
hang that maybe up the garage.
Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah, I guarantee you. Oh yeah. I tell you, I'm going to be honest. Where I started getting better at racing was up here.
Path Valley.
But I'm telling you why. Because I'm like this in life with things. I'm not a wait, happen. I'm better at immediate response.
Yeah.
And up there ain't think time.
You ain't got time. That's why
You
I
don't.
like racing up
Yeah,
there.
it's
you
what
ain't got time to think. You
Reaction.
just react.
Yeah. I was like that when I played football at school. I was a receiver. I couldn't run from here to the trash can out there. I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when if something had to happen quick, I was good at that. Yes. And I think that's why up there, because you go with it to what you have to go with. I told somebody, I believe, there is no one line that you run the same time or over again. Unless you're out front, clean air. But then what happens? You get lap traffic. That's the whole other factor people don't get.
Don't take long up there.
You're right. Lap traffic, you've raced your way through lap traffic. You've been passed, and I've been passed. It's something that's quite the experience when you race.
Yeah. I've lost races lap traffic.
Yeah, right, yeah, exactly. Because you got turned or into somebody, they got into you.
Or I got held up behind somebody picked the
They
wrong line.
went around, yeah, exactly. And guys, once again, like your Gary Stuhlers, Tommy Myers, and them guys, they were pretty masterful at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eckert's masterful at that. Like he'll set your ass up in lap traffic, and they'll be like, you took the bait. You know what I mean? And I got you. Now me, when I'm in that situation, which don't happen much, I'm like, oh my God. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I have only ever lapped one person, and I won't say it because it doesn't matter. But I can tell you, that's pretty wild when you do lap. You don't realize how fast you're going till you lap a car that's kind of just, you know what I'm saying? You're like, it's like the guardrails, like, you know what I mean?
It's that quick.
Yeah, but you got to get a sense though. Man, I kind of am moving. You know what I mean? Like, kind of makes you feel like, well, we are getting faster. You know what I mean? I guess it's just a building thing. But ladies and gentlemen, you're wonderful audience. Totally, aren't they, guys? Say it. Rehearsal. Remember, cards, payment. You want paid? Let's get this shit straight. You know what I mean? Boom. But now, we had a lot to cover tonight. We had a call in. We had a great time talking here. Wow, we got the dirt tracking with Mike. Yeah, the Mike on Mike thing, right? Next Tuesday, 6 o'clock, 93.7, right? It's always fun. We have October's going to be a good one with the teams. I want to see these other people. Let's hear from the other guys. Work on these teams because they're pretty damn knowledgeable.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, let's see how they make it work. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. And then that's, like I said, it's 3 weeks in October. What else am I missing, guys? Videos. All the videos are on YouTube, right, Kel?
Yep.
Because they are, Kel. Go ahead, Kel.
So the YouTube channel is Elbows Up Dirt Production. All the past videos and commercials are up on it, and you can subscribe and then hit the little bell to get notifications when new videos are put up.
Look at that. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they're belling us, baby. They're belling us. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And, okay. So, and then we have racing. Yeah, it looks kind of shitty for Saturday night. It does. But can't wait to get back to pay. I like get bummed out because of doing this now. Seriously. Announcing, I get bummed because, it's going to rain this week. And I want to get back to,
You want to get back to announcing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the whole thing of it is I felt bad. I felt wrong for doing it because I'm like, I want to be a race car driver. But then I'm like, the reality of this is that it is I try and I might do it now and then, but maybe this is
Might be your new thing.
Right. Maybe this is how I can be something, in this whole big picture.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at these opportunities in life all the time. Sometimes they just happen, and I guess you go with them.
I always thought about it. It'd be nice to treat them like the WWF or something.
Right. Exactly.
Theme songs, people pulling out on the
Yeah,
track.
right.
Bring up you got two of them got in a scuffle or
Right.
something on the track last
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
Make a big deal about it. What's going to happen this week? Keep your eye on it.
Exactly. And I think the entertainment piece could very well be, and I mean this, we've discussed why racing is not going the way it should be. We've beat it with a dead horse. I've beat it down. And the bottom line is, I really, really think that the philosophy of the tracks have got to change to an entertainment portion as part of the whole model of the racetrack. You have to entertain people more than ever. As soon as you don't, they're like, I'm going to play some Candy Crush. You know what? This shit ain't even that fun tonight. Maybe I'm going to head out. You got to keep people... You got to keep it,
I think keep you excited, get them more into it.
Exactly. Let them be a part of it. The fans, and that's something that we're going to work towards on the pre-race zone. Is we're going to take it that way. It'll be next year. We're just getting things, letting it grow, but take it towards the fans. On them big, because the place gets packed lots of times. Oh, yeah. Right now, you're seeing a little bit down. It's football season. Yeah. It's cool. That's the way it goes. That's nobody's fault, right?
Well, school's all going.
Exactly. But then you look up there sometimes, and that place is jam packed.
It's packed.
So you take that up there and let them interact. We get some interaction there, and I think that there's a good core group of people that have the same philosophy. Is the next person and the next person that at the end of the day, like they have a lot of charge in them. They get kind of like humbled about the place. You know what I mean? They think it's like it's something. It means something to them. And I think that's really cool. And that's missing in a lot of places. But I do think the entertainment piece. And I'm not talking a damn freaking freak show, a talk show, a damn pornographic show. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking let's get everybody energy. They do it all the time in football. They do it they even do it in baseball. Yeah. And that's people sit there like this, watches the balls, and then it slowly gets in and they juice them up a little bit. You know what I mean? But, we'll see. I like it. The pre-race zone will be back in action. If not this week because of weather, the next week. It's a variation of drivers there. And we're going to have freestyle. You're going to be on that one too. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. So, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great show. Number 40 is in the books. Okay? And no matter how hard they try, they can't stop us now. I love that song. And because we continue to bring it, you know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. We're bringing it. And, hey,
you're doing a good job here. You had a lot of people on here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's an honor to have him on here. I guarantee when you got freestyle, downtown Rouserville, straight out of Rouserville, you know what I mean? You got something going. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good weekend. We'll see you back beginning of October. We're going to get a set done up in a stage area for these family deals, like racing family, like that. Till then, elbows up from Freestyle me to you. Okay. Fred's got some, I don't know, hangover. Look, Tony Hampton was watching. Tony does these awesome videos. He does. For us.